Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be going over the freeCodeCamp basic algorithm challenges, and we have a short one for you here today. So let's take a look at this and see what we have lined up for you here. We have confirm the ending, and I only have two things to show you here that you have to know about. One is a string method called substring, and the other one is substr. It's short, just substring without the ing at the end. They both do similar things. The full substring prototype here, what it does, it allows you to return a subset of a string given two index numbers. So you give the starting index number and then the end index number, and it returns that little substring. So if we were to give, here we go, the starting being the 0th position here, and the end being the 3rd position here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So we have 3. So there we go. Now let's take a look at these, and notice that 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3. It's going to cut right before that. It's up to and not including that. Similarly, we have the second one, which is the second substring method, where instead of identifying two index values or two indices, we just do the start position and then an optional length. For both of those, they're optional. The second argument there, we could just go with the start value and it'll give us what's left over after that. So that's all that we really have to know to go about doing this, confirming the ending. So what are we doing? We also know that it says we can use this ends with string method to figure out if a word such as bastion ends with N, or a sentence here, he has to give me a new name, ends with name. But we want to use the substring method to do that instead. So all we have to do is we have to figure out how to get just this last position. So this N, we only need to know, since it's only one value, we only want to get this last position. So we only want the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we only want really to take from the 6th position on. So how are we going to go about doing that? Well, I'm just going to create a new variable. I'm just going to call it position. All right, and I'm going to set that equal to the length, okay, right here. And we're going to be taking in two arguments into our equation. Okay, as you can see, the actual string and then what we're looking to match that with. And we're going to take the length of that, just like we've done previously, and we're going to do math with it. We're just going to subtract the target length. All right, and what we're going to be left over with is a value we can use to apply the substring method. So this right here, let's see if this is going to work for us. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 objects here in the string, and we only want to isolate this last one. So 7 minus 1 is 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, good. We've identified the position that we need. And this will work for one or many substrings or endings as well. So now we have something called position we can use to identify that starting position that we need for our substring. Okay, which is right there. I managed to pull that out, huh? Let's see. Where did you go? I made that fly out. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new variable here. I'm going to call it chopped. Why not chopped? Choked? Well, chopped. Okay. And I'm going to make that equal to the actual string itself. And I'm going to apply the substring to it. And what's going to be my starting value? Well, in this case, I want the starting value to be 6, or the length of the string itself minus the length of the target. And I've already set that to a separate variable that I called position, which is nice. So there we go. So now we have just the ending that we're trying to compare with the correct number of letters, and we have the target. All we have to do is return a true or a false if those things are equal to each other. How will we do that? I'll just use a simple if statement. And I'll say if chopped is exactly equal to the target, return true. Okay. All right, so if we have an if, generally we have an else. So I want to have an else. So else return false. All right, so let's see if this works or whether I made a mistake. Let's see, where is this? String dot substring. String dot substring. Forget the R. String dot substring. Chopped. Chopped. There we go. See what happens when you rush through? Yay! Only 2 major syntax errors that time. All right, not so bad. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Just 2 pretty simple things. The string dot substring, whether you want to use 2 index values or whether you want to use a start and an overall length, although I just ended up using just the start position and not really using the optional length. All right, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.